why don't you try living in the real world? I'm always surprised when I see comments like this because VR isn't meant to replace the real world. To be honest, I imagine that back in the day, people probably said the same about books. Like, why are you reading? Why are you imagining this fantasy world or scenario? Why don't you just live in the real world? In virtual reality, we can be whoever we want to be, go anywhere, do anything, and meet anyone. A common misconception I hear is that VR is just for gaming, but it's really not. I remember playing VR chat not too long ago. My friend and I went to go find me an avatar. I put on this female avatar and she was fabulous and had these long, gorgeous nails. I had more sass and I felt so confident. And then there was another time when I was playing Green Hell VR, which is a really fun survival game that you should totally try. The premise of the story is that you, a man, and your girlfriend are trying to survive in the forest. I remember looking at my hands and being so confused with him. I had these huge, manly hands and my character's girlfriend was flirting with me. It was such a surreal experience looking at my hands and knowing that that wasn't me. We try all the time to feel what it's like to be someone else. We watch Marvel movies to see what life would be like as a superhero. We play video games to experience something other than our own lives. But none of these mediums allow us to actually embody that character the way VR does. I think VR allows us as humans to have a lot more empathy for others, to see what other people experience and feel what they're feeling. And to expand on that point, we can read a book or listen to someone tell a story or watch a TV show or appreciate someone's artwork, but there is nothing that gets us as close to stepping into someone's brain as virtual reality. I actually built a house or world in Neos VR, and every inch of it is just me. There's only 2 walls, no roof, a planet right above your head, a giant lollipop as a lamp, lo-fi music playing, Pikachu hiding in the trees. Literally all of it just embodies who I am at my core. And the thing is, you can come into my home in the real world, and of course this is me too, but this me is the real world me. But in my daydreams and in my head, there are things I imagine that just can't exist in the real world. So the unboundedness of VR allows us to express ourselves fully and resurfaces this childlike wonder that we somehow lose as we get older. Most of the reason I go into VR nowadays is to hang out with friends or have meetings. I'll usually message a friend on Discord and we'll go world hopping either in Neos or VR chat as we talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. Think about if you're on stage presenting. Most people clam up, have stage fright, get pretty stiff, or just, are super professional. Versus when you're in the shower, you're relaxed, maybe singing, and just decompressing. So having a meeting on a Zoom call feels stiff and professional, just like being on stage. But going world hopping in VR to a little peaceful island where you catch fireflies or to a cozy rooftop apartment feels just so much more relaxed. When I'm in these spaces, I can show up more authentically as myself, also because I'm my avatar self rather than my real face. But interestingly enough, people open up so much more in VR than in real life, and we get this authenticity and human connection that we often miss in the real world. My hope is that we can show up in the real world more vulnerably, more authentically, but maybe we need VR to show us that letting our walls down can feel good, and then maybe more and more people will start to feel comfortable being themselves in the real world as a result of virtual reality. There's just so many things about VR that I get excited for. There's this world in Neos called the universe, and it is so mind-blowing. It basically shows you different things in the universe, starting from the smallest atom and moving through bigger and bigger things like a dinosaur, and then countries, and then galaxies. It's like Magic School Bus, but in real life. Imagine if we were showing kids in high school this experience before taking physics or a chemistry class. The amount of interest and engagement in learning about these things would drastically increase, because instead of just having to read from a textbook or listen to the teacher, students will actually be able to experience what they're learning and really connect with it. What kind of society would we become when we can teach people things in a way that feels most natural to them? Maybe we'd solve world hunger or climate change. Maybe we'd already be an interplanetary species. And this is just the beginning. This is just my vision, my dream of what VR could really do for us. And I'm sure there's so many other things that we haven't even conceived yet. So to me, this is why VR cannot be stopped. There's too many incredible things that we can do and too many other things that we just haven't done yet. This is honestly what I spend most of my time thinking about. How existing technologies, not just VR, but also robotics and automation and sustainability, what will these things look like in 5 years, 10 years? I just get so excited about the future of VR and technology. And if that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe to my channel, because that's what I love to talk about. And let me know in the comments what you think the future of virtual reality is.